Test. Ah, you fuck. Right, I think that's working. Yeah, I'm not typing. Yes, hello. I am back after a long, disappearance. A lot of shit going. Well, not yeah, a few bits and pieces. Nothing to bore you guys with. Anyway, the point being, I am now back, and I'm back to EverQuest. So, for all those of you that, I've got 65 subscribers, I think. And to be fair, I think most of those are EverQuest subscribers. So, yeah, thank you for sticking with me. So, me and Rids, we tried a lot of games, and good games, okay games, not bad games, games that were good, but the people that were playing them were fucking idiots. And we came back to where we always come back to. We came back to EverQuest. I think we've been back about 4 months, and I've been thinking about doing a video, and to be honest, I did start one and then I didn't like it, so I left it, because I'm used to doing things uncensored, edited. You know, you see what you see, and I say what I say, and that's that. I know my videos would probably look a lot better if they were edited, but I don't know. Anyway. So yes. Thank you to everyone. And anyway, right. So I'm back. And why am I back with this video? Well, today, me and a friend of mine, we had a very interesting conversation, which made me think that EverQuest and games like it, because there's lots of games like EverQuest, and basically they almost shadow life itself. It's really weird. Basically what I mean is, right, if you look at the last few expansions that we've had, we haven't just had, the bare bones expansion, which is just the expansion, but we've had usually about 3. It never used to be that. There used to be a collector's edition and there used to be a normal edition, and we were quite happy with that. But it seems since Daybreak's took over, they've implemented things. And I might be wrong, this may have been implemented before Daybreak took over. It's just that, I've spent time, away and back and forth. And I thought, why would you offer 3? You'd offer 1, you'd offer, just the expansion and then the collector's edition. Why 3? Why have a middle ground? And I pondered about this for months. In fact, for a couple of years, I've pondered, why have a middle ground? Just have one or the other. You either can, get A or B. Why have A, B, and C? It didn't make sense to me until tonight. And this is the weird thing. Me and Rick, we've been doing our shit, and anyway, we were finishing up, and I just bought some stuff earlier today. On the bazaar, right? Anyway, so my stats have gone up quite considerably now. I mean, I'm now 108, and I think they're okay. I mean, obviously there's things that I could easily change, but today I just didn't have the money. Anyway, point being, I did what I like to call in game home shopping, right? I literally just went to my little chat wall and page 2, and I hit the bazaar. And I filled in the appropriate details, what I was looking for, what stats I would like on it, and, like we do online. We look at an item and we decide, yes, I want that item, and then I press the magic button, and items just came up right in front of me. That and I clicked on an item, looked at the item. Oh, I like that item. I'm going to buy that item. So I'm going to find something quite cheap, because I'm not fucking wasting money on this video, don't be silly. So I've decided that I want these crude, yes, and he only wants 35 for them, so I'm going to buy them. Okay, now this is where the home shopper comes in. For convenience sake, right, I can either use 2 vouchers. Okay, now these vouchers you get online in the shop somewhere. I don't know where, but they're in there somewhere, right? These are vouchers, right? Now don't get me wrong, I've got no problem with this. This video is not about saying, oh, they're bad people. No, this video is about something more subtle than that, which doesn't affect us in any way, but it helps the company. Okay, so just bear with me, right? So yes, you can buy tokens from their shop for real money. Now this could be handy if you're a healer, or if you desperately need a potion or something and you're in the middle of a raid. So this is fine, no problem. This is the interesting bit. Okay, so for me to get this delivered to my parcels, right? So I don't get it instantly, right? I don't want that. This is more to do with this, right? So I can get that item, but instead of paying 35 plat, I have to pay 38 plat. Okay, and I have to wait until I get to POC or my guild hall to get to the parcel delivery, home delivery, you know what I mean? To pick my parcel up. But it's convenient, okay? So today, right, so I'd done that all afternoon. I bought my bits and pieces. And yeah, I paid a couple of plat here and a few hundred plat sometimes, depending on what you were buying. And that was that. And then anyway, Ridgar said, "Oh, I haven't upgraded anything since I come back." I said, "Well, come on, we need to get this sorted." He said, "Yeah." He said, "We're finished for the night, aren't we?" I said, "Yeah." So we got back to POC, and he said, "Right, I'm off to the bazaar." "What do you mean you're off to the bazaar?" He said, "I'm off to the bazaar. I need to upgrade my armors and that." I said, "Just use the fucking bazaar tab, right?" And it was like, No. I like to, I like to go and I like to have a look at the stuff. And it was like, okay, this person isn't a home shopper. This person is someone who likes to save a couple of plat, or in some cases, a lot of plat. So he prefers to go to the bazaar physically and pick the item up. Okay, that was great. Another side note, which I thought was quite funny but nothing to do with this video, is the fact that he did /bazaar. I said, "Haven't you got a hot button for that? Why?" Well, I mean, so that the thing there that's similar to life is, I've got it saved in my phone. I've got a hot button. On my hot button, this is like a little phone, you just press buttons and it brings up things, it does things. So like on a mobile phone, when you press, call mum, it'll call fucking, you don't have to do anything else. But he would sooner sit there and write the fucking letter out, which is great. It's a dying art, but anyway, that's just a side note. So I suddenly thought whoa, hang on, there's 2 different types of players. There are stay at home, sit in front of the internet, order my things online, get it delivered to me, get the parcel, and then there's the ones who still like to go out and, view the items and purchase it and pick it up themselves, right? So I thought, wow, that's like A and B. So then you probably think, well, okay, A and B, right, there are people. Now, originally with EverQuest, it was A and B. Now, I'm not saying they use this particular thing, because I don't know how long the actual Bazaar hot button's been in. It could have been in for fucking centuries, I can't remember. I do remember a time when you did have to go and pick the items up. That was before the blue and red and before the bar. So, it wasn't an immediate thing that was in the game. So they could have been, this, but back then they were simply, if they were using this process of literally looking at the percentage of their players that would just, basically sit at home, look on the computer and order the item and quite happy to pay the extra, Okay, that's the important bit. And then you've got the people who would go to the bazaar and who would physically, even sometimes they would send the seller a tell, can you give me a reduction? These people, it's a lot easier to make plat now than it was back in the day. It's so much easier to make it now, especially when we're 110 and, So back then, when they were first bringing out expansions, you had A and B. But then these new guys seemed to have come on board and suddenly thought, hang about, we've got A, that's there. We've got B, that's there. But there are some people that will always do a bit of both. If they're in the, they may hate the way of, I'm not paying an extra 5 plat for that. No, I'm not doing that. Or I'm not spending $2 or whatever to buy some of those tokens. But if you're, a head healer in the middle of a raid and all shit is kicking off, that might be an option. That would be plausible for you. Okay? And there's lots of other scenarios that would, bring someone over from one side to the other quite easily. You could, this has happened to me. I've literally been walking past the bazaar with the bazaar window open and thinking, oh, fuck off. And I've gone in the bazaar and done, because you can even search for the person, so you don't, So, yeah, that is why we have 3. We don't just have the dogs, the bare bones expansion. We don't just have the dogs bollocks expansion. We've now got an in-between version of the expansion. And I just thought that was really interesting. It might have bored the shit out of you, but hey, I'm sat here with fuck all to do, so yeah. So hopefully I'll be doing some more videos soon, so good to be back. And yeah, share, subscribe, do whatever you want. I don't really give a shit. Because like I've always said, this isn't about money for me. This is just about me just venting my thoughts and shit like that. So take care, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.